Love cost everything, everything. Everything I gave her, my whole world, and lost everything. Love cost everything, everything. Emptied out my soul and she took everything, everything. Everything I built, everything I saved, everything I prayed for, everything I gave. Love cost everything, and I'd do it all again. I met her on a Sunday morning, church bells ringing low. She was standing in a parking lot with nowhere left to go. I said, baby, let me help you. She said, nobody ever does. And right there in that moment, I fell deep in love. Took her home that evening, made her something wanna eat. She sat across the table and she said, you're so complete. I believed every single word because I wanted it to be true. Spent the next 6 months building everything around you. Paid your phone bill every month without a second thought. Bought you everything you pointed at, no matter what it cost. Never asked you for a reason, never needed you to explain. Just loved you through the sunshine, and I loved you through the rain. But love was never something that you came here searching for. You were searching for security and I became your door. And when you found a better option on a cold December night, you walked out without a warning, and you took my whole life. Love cost everything, everything, everything. Everything I gave her, my whole world, and lost everything, everything. Love cost everything, everything, everything. Emptied out my soul and she took everything, everything. I built everything I saved, everything I prayed for, everything I gave. Love cost everything, and I do it all again. My mama used to tell me, son, be careful with your heart. Said the women who need saving always tear a man apart. I laughed it off because I thought that love could change the game. That if I loved her hard enough, she'd never be the same. 3 years and I'm looking at an empty closet space. Her perfume still on the pillow where she used to lay her face. I still cook for 2 on Sunday even though she gone. Still leave the bathroom light on like she coming home. Friends say, move on, let go, find somebody new. But how do you replace a feeling that consumes you through and through? How do you wake up one morning and just choose to feel less when everything you are was built around her happiness? I don't regret a single dollar that I spent on her name. Don't regret a single morning that I loved her through the pain. The only thing I regret is I didn't love myself enough to recognize that real love never cost this much. Love everything, everything, everything. Everything I gave her, my whole world, and lost everything. Love cost everything. Love cost everything, everything, everything. Emptied out my soul and she took everything, everything I built, everything I saved, everything I prayed for, everything I gave. Love cost everything, and I do it all again. Ooh, oh. And maybe I was foolish, maybe I was blind. Maybe love like this was never meant to find a man like me who gives until there's nothing left, who loves until the loving takes his very last breath. But I would rather be the man who loved and lost it all than be the man who never loved, never had to fall. Because love cost everything, and I paid every cent. And even with a heartbreak, I have no regrets. Been a year now since she walked out of my door. I rebuilt my savings, paid my rent, and slowly healed my core. Started going to the gym again, started calling mama more. Started being the man I was before I gave my all. Sometimes I see her tagging pictures, looking happy and free, living the life she built herself, using pieces of me. And I sit there for a moment and I wish her nothing bad, because the love I gave was real, even if the love she had was never really large. Just comfort and convenience, and I was so consumed by her I couldn't see the difference. So I'm writing this for every man who emptied out his chest, who gave a woman everything and got back nothing left. Know that loving hard is never something you should be ashamed of. The problem wasn't how you loved, it was who you gave it love to. So heal up, stand up, build yourself back from the ground, because the right one won't cost everything. She'll build it with you now. Funny thing, love cost everything, everything, everything I gave her, my whole world, and lost everything, everything, yeah. Lost everything, everything, everything. Emptied out my soul and she took everything, everything, everything I saved, everything I prayed for, everything I gave it. Love cost everything, but I found myself again. Ooh, love costs everything, everything. Love costs everything, everything. Love costs everything, everything. everything. I gave her everything. Love costs everything, but I'm still standing, everything.